Welcome to the Simpler Business Podcast, where we talk about ways to do what you love and serve your people in a way that brings you income and freedom. I'm your host, Marissa Roberts. Join me as I chat with my favorite entrepreneurs about how they simplify their biz so that you can simplify yours. If you struggle with consistent content creation, this episode is for you. Yes, we all know we need to create regular content to grow our business and develop relationships with our potential customers. We get it. So why do so many of us post and ghost, popping up every few weeks or months instead of daily or weekly? Maybe inspiration didn't hit this week. Maybe motivation took a dive. Maybe imposter syndrome or comparisonitis reared its ugly head. Or maybe life just got busy and we forgot, or we had to let go of something in order to juggle everything else. No one is naturally good at creating consistent content, but it does get easier over time the more and more you do it. And luckily, there are plenty of things you can do to hack your content creation in the meantime so you can be more consistent. I'm going to share my favorites with you. Now, I'm sharing 8 ideas today. Please remember, you don't have to do them all. This is the Simpler Business Podcast, not the Do Everything podcast. Choose 1 or 2 that resonate with you and go from there. Number 1 is to keep an ideas list handy. Jot down your ideas whenever you get them, and then when it's time to create content, you can pick and choose from the list. No brainstorming required. You can use a notebook and pen or the notes app on your phone or a fancy spreadsheet in Google Drive if that's your thing. Whatever is easiest for you. That's the key to doing it regularly. Number 2 is to create content that suits you. If you hate writing but you love talking, choose podcasts over blog posts. If you hate planning and you just want to wing it, then live streams are for you. I know that you've heard over and over again that you should be creating content for your audience, not for you, but that's where your content topic comes in. Your audience will benefit from your content. You will benefit from creating it in a way that flows easily for you. Once you've mastered consistency this way, you can repurpose it to other formats and platforms easily. Number 3 is to define your foundational content topics. Zero in on the 4 main things you stand for in your niche and post about those regularly so that they become what you're known for. Mine are simplifying business, adding a passive income stream, setting boundaries, and working less hours. Number 4 is to keep your content evergreen. Your articles, podcast episodes, videos, and reels can show up anytime in someone's feed or search results. Don't waste your time and effort creating a time-sensitive or seasonal post that becomes irrelevant soon after you publish it. Create content that's relevant and relatable for the whole year. Number 5 is to batch when you can to save time and stay in flow. Batching is a game changer when it comes to creating content and being consistently visible to your audience. Book a day into your calendar to write 12 blog posts at once and schedule them to go out weekly. Now you have 12 weeks of content for your blog and your email list. Or book a half hour into your calendar every week to batch film 7 reels. Now you have them ready to go and you can add a caption and publish quickly and easily each day. Stick to foundational topics and repurpose your blog posts for easy captions. Number 6 is to recycle high performers on your socials. Did a post or a reel perform really well? Post it again. You can recreate a reel with the same video and a new caption, or you can film a new video to use with a previous caption, or you can post the exact same video and caption again. Seriously, most people engage with content in their feed now rather than going to each profile and binging on one creator at a time. Repost your high-performing content. People are obviously getting value from it, so why bury it at the bottom of your grid? Number 7 is to create a content rhythm or schedule. There's no set in stone rule for how often to post on your socials or how often to email your list, but you'll grow your reach if you post consistently and you'll build know, like, and trust if you email consistently. You can decide what consistency means to you. Daily, weekly, fortnightly, provided your audience can expect to see you regularly. Decide on your posting schedule or rhythm and stick to it to grow your following and develop real relationships with your subscribers. Number 8 is to curate your photo bank and keep it handy. Start boosting your authority and expert positioning with a bank of great photos of you. The more people see you when they consume your content, the easier it is for them to connect with you as a person and start to trust you as an authority in your field. Curate a folder of images you can use in your social posts, articles, and email marketing so that you have plenty that complement your brand ready to go whenever you need them. You can put them in a Canva, Google Drive, or Dropbox folder. It's so much easier and more consistent to have a bank of great photos ready to go instead of having to do your hair and makeup every time you want to post a pic. It's also really handy to share your folder link when you're guesting on podcasts or shows instead of having to email your photo manually. And your host can then choose their favorite. Photo shoots are easier and more affordable than ever, and they really level up your branding and positioning immediately. If you haven't done a photo shoot yet, now is the time to do it. You can check out the interview I did with my photographer, Trish Evans, for tips on easy photo shoots. I'll leave a link in the show notes so that you can find it easily. Those are my 8 favorite ways to hack content creation and make it easier to be more consistent. I hope you found it helpful, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on consistent content creation too. You can find me on Instagram at Marissa Roberts Official, and I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Simpler Business Podcast. If you did, please subscribe, rate, and review us on Apple Podcasts. There's a link in the show notes to make it nice and easy for you, just the way we like it. If you're ready to simplify and scale your business, you can get started with my free audio class at marissaroberts.com. See you next time.